I definitely know what it feels like when the opportunity's around. You know what I mean? I know what that feels like. I've been through that a bunch of times. So I think that's the biggest difference. Is like, okay, this feels similar to what's happened in the past. Like, I'm gonna go. It's time to go harder. It's time to press the gas. Keep going. You know. And I think the biggest thing is, I think the biggest lesson is just keep going.
Super quiet. What's up? We're live. We're here at the Hexpo.
Hey, what's good? It's lit out here. We're getting lit. We're, it's scary out here. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. It's the season, kid.
You have too many edibles already, bro.
I did, bro. Shout out to Blue River, dude, and shout out to Your Highness, especially Your Highness, actually, because we're here. We rocking with it.
Yeah, man.
We keeping it royal.
Yeah, those
you know
guys.
saying? Treat yourself royally.
Shout out to Bobby and Bailey Nuggs for putting this. They organized it, right?
Yeah. Bobby and Bailey Nuggs, high-end events. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Everything they put together is always lit. Like the last event we did with them was the lobster bake. That was fire.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And then we were here last year for the after party.
Right. Right. That was a good time. No Naughty with us today.
Unfortunately.
She had to pick up her mother from the airport. She might come later.
Yeah, she might.
But we do have the boys in the house, Jimmy and Aaron.
Yo.
Hey,
What's going on, guys?
how's it going?
Yeah. Aaron, is this your first? Is this your first time on the show? Well, you've done a couple of stunts before.
He got his passport back.
I was on one episode where we spun a wheel and I had to drink 100 milligrams.
Wasn't it like
Allegedly.
500?
Nah, it was crazy, bro.
I thought that drink was 500.
It might have been.
I think it was 100. I hope so.
Here's 5, dude, because 100 is not that big.
The other night, dude, fucking Aaron ate like mad gummies, bro. The guy was like, they're 30 milligrams each. He's like, all right, bet. And he ate them like they were actually candy.
Yeah.
And he just was like, he got to the crib later. Dude was just turning in his seat like, bro, I think they're hitting me. And then, I wake up mad early in the morning and I'm like, and I just see like a bag of weed he left, bro. And then he's texting me. He's like, yo, did I leave some weed in your car? I was like, nah, bro, you dropped it.
Oh, I passed out at Jimmy's house again the other night.
Hell yeah.
I was sitting down, but
That's pretty normal,
dude.
you though.
Yeah, if I stay there too late, too many blunts.
Yeah.
No,
that'll
but
do it to you.
Wait, by the way, guys, like,
Right, Jim? Jimmy saw me. I did the fucking
No,
seizure
Dal
hand.
going to
Sorry, I got really scared.
Yeah.
It's like really scared me. It was awful.
the Dow taking a
I
nap
think
is
he's
like,
gonna die.
yo, that shit's so funny, bro. Yeah.
It was bad.
By the way, we need to remember, like, we got nominated for Podcast of the Year. What's up, dude?
Yo.
Hey, shout y'all out, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
fire.
We've been working for that for fucking couple years now, dude.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Good shit.
Since we
Yeah.
started the show, I've been trying to get recognized like that. So
Yeah, and I
yeah,
mean,
shout out to the nomination committee.
That's dope.
He's
man.
gonna be lit. The last one, we were at the BMAs last year. That was interesting. I was lit.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie.
Always a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time, and this time we actually get to be nominees, which is wild because I never really thought about it, to be honest. Like, much.
I'm competitive, so I think
I know you are, dude.
What's this?
Oh, what's
okay.
this, dude?
Some chocolate. Cool.
Special delivery.
Take one slice.
Did Alone make this chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, man, it's gonna be lit. We're gonna go all out. It's in December, right?
Yeah, December 11th. We're gonna have a section in there.
That.
I wonder if we get 2 sections because I got nominated for studio engineer too. So what's up?
Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah, you did get nominated for what was it, Engineer of the Year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you
really-
that was coming, bro.
Couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You couldn't believe it?
Get
You
on
fucking
down.
mix and master a song every week when we go live, motherfucker.
I mean, I know, but like, there's some really good engineers.
Man, this
in
looks like some
city,
chocolate
man.
you get in DR and you eat for breakfast. You like melt it down and drink it in the morning.
I feel like you just
Put it in some
assume
hot
that
water.
nobody-
and-
I feel like you just assume that nobody pays attention.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was really cool.
It's hard to realize, like, it's crazy. It's crazy realization when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I was watching you guys," like, or "I've been watching you guys." You know.
Yeah. Right.
It's always wild.
Yeah. Fucking. But I mean, I expect to win the podcast award. I'm gonna say that right now. I expect to win.
You
that
should
shit.
win the Engineer of the Year.
Better fucking vote for us if you like this show. No, actually, sorry. Please vote for us. Yeah, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Hell yeah, it is.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
we got
so-
a campaign.
Yeah, so we're doing the ribeyes for celebration. Or what's up, Dallas?
Well, the Thanksgiving episode's coming up,
oh, it is coming up, dude.
so we'll do some tomahawk steak there. Official Halloween episode's coming up this week.
Yeah, I haven't even thought of a fucking costume yet, bro.
We're gonna be the Menendez family.
What? That didn't go
Yeah,
well for my people, bro. What are you talking
we figured that. Yeah, we figured that out the other night with Naughty. So me and Jim will be the brothers,
What the
and then
fuck?
you and Naughty will be the parents.
What does the parent mean? Am I just extra Dominican as usual, dude?
Nah, he's Cuban.
Yo, then Aaron got to be the parent.
That could work.
No, fucking with you.
I mean, it is kind of a rough
Too close to
character
home.
to play.
Too close to home.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy. Have you watched the show Monsters?
No,
No. Do you know the story of the Menendez brothers?
kinda, yeah.
Like, so yeah, so they murdered their parents with shotguns.
Wait, so I gotta get shot?
I was thinking you guys could be zombie,
You
yeah,
have
like
to be
dead.
mutilated.
Yeah, like dead.
You don't have to get actually shot like Rust, like Alec Baldwin did, but you know.
No, he just put
you
some
don't have
blood.
to make it real.
Yeah, bloody hand,
We
bloody
kill
head.
Jerry and just say it was for Halloween. No big
Bro,
deal.
no. What the fuck? That's like the third time
Yo,
someone's talking about killing me.
what if Alec Baldwin, like, he really did that shit on purpose, and it was his ultimate, like, make it real, like, for
Yeah, he's like
the
acting.
shoot?
Like he's that serious of an
This
actor?
is like method acting. I'm gonna actually shoot the camera.
No, bro.
That's fucked up. Dude. No way, dude. He's a good guy.
I don't believe that he's a good guy.
Really?
I don't believe that.
What if that incident like changed him?
I would believe that he's probably kind of a dickhead.
I mean, I'm sure he's a dickhead, but that's also because he's so high level at what he does, and he's dealt with so much bullshit,
Yeah,
and the media gets in his face so fucking much,
that's true. They
and
go
everybody's
hard on
asking him
Baldwin.
for stuff all the time.
Still not an excuse, dude.
There's a difference between being a dick and being a bad person.
That is very true. Because I could be a dick sometimes.
True. Like, was Ellen a dick or a bad person? Who knows?
I think she's a mix of both.
I don't know enough about the Ellen story.
Because she would
That's
like.
just what everyone was saying. She
Yeah,
was so
dude.
terrible.
people said
Like,
she was a tyrant, right?
a lot of the time, it kind of just felt like she had shitty employees and just
Yeah.
was dealing with it.
Wasn't one person? Yeah, one of the stories about her was that she was screaming about people need to use breath mints and brush their teeth, right?
Yeah. I've heard
And
that.
and it's like maybe every fucking day somebody was in her face with nasty breath.
Yo, she didn't even let
she
people.
got
She
fed
didn't
up.
even let people look at her, dude. She told them to instruct the new people not to make eye contact with her, because she doesn't want to look at them.
Maybe they were staring at her all the
From
time.
what I heard, it
people
didn't seem
were
like a welcoming
really
environment.
annoying.
And I think there was one thing where they were like, if she doesn't want to see you, you got to make sure you always are out of the way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so intense.
So awesome.
Imagine like if you were like on Ellen's bad side. Oh yeah, you want to?
Yeah, should we get the Your Highness guys on here?
Yeah. Let's get them on real quick.
Let's come on. I want to just take a quick break so we can get it all straight. All right.
Dallas.
We the only that alive. Yeah. What it been? Yeah. Had to switch it. I'm on my new thing. Yeah. Can't be tripping over some loose change. Chop life, it tastes like lo mein. Yeah. Soft life, she get that from me. In the newest version of Lamborghini. Baddie bitches can't wait to see me. Yeah. Don't do the capping, I put that work in kitchen so persistent. It's like magic, I do this seasonally. Pay the fee, bitches on me, I'm from concrete. Rose up, we in more D's, eating hors d'oeuvres. Toast up, it's me and my niggas, we show no love. Post up, only in the club, session going up. News you been sipping, you been calling me lately. Take her to the room and now she calling me baby. Money just been dropping, I've been doing that shit daily. One thing about me, on that bread never change me. It sound like more money, come with more problems. It won't stop me. Bad girls got me so crazy. Good girls, I've been on lately. Cause if it's up to me, I need more paper. Temptation, baddies in rotation. No relation, shorty give me sensation. I know that a lot of gems, but you my only favorite. Yeah, nobody's been keeping me up. Well, my pocket's still getting stuffed. Shit fat as fuck. Cause shorty, I can play by the books. I'm one-on-one, you fucking with looks. No more shit I done took. And I wish my brother here right now. Only one that hold me down. Angels on my side. Yeah, shorty with me fine and fly. I'ma speak my mind, no lie. It sound like more money, come with more problems. It won't stop me. Bad girls got me so crazy. Good girls, I've been on lately. Cause if it's up to me, I need more paper. Temptation, baddies in rotation. No relation, sensation, shorty give me sensation. I know that a lot of times, but you my only favorite. But you my only favorite. Know that a lot of times, but you my only favorite. But you my only favorite. Know that a lot of times, but you my only favorite.
What's up? Back at the Hexpo with our guys from Your Highness.
Hell yeah.
Who do we have here today, Jerry?
Yeah, bro, we got these two Dominicans. No, I'm joking. We got my man Sean here. He's the founder, co-founder of Your Highness, and we got Mike Semino over here.
What up?
And you know he's just a drug dealer.
Legal.
Legal. Disclaimer.
What's happening, guys? How's the day going so far?
Man, we're out here at Hexpo. Do I sound distorted to you guys?
No, it doesn't sound distorted now.
All right, cool. We're out here at a Hexpo. Sick event put on by Bobby Nugs. It's fucking. We got a bunch of Halloween costumes, some cosplay stuff going on, a bunch of weed brands. Really sick people out here.
Yeah.
Just showing off, you know, like what we're doing, doing a little sampling, and just trying to show people the brand and that we're out here in Massachusetts, because we've only been, you know, delivering to dispensaries for like 3 months so far.
Yeah, man, and we said on the show on Wednesday too when you guys popped in. I was just like, you guys make some of the best flower around. When I met you guys at Flower Expo, ever since then, it's just gotten better and better, and I'm glad more people get to, you know, see you guys blossom more. You know what I mean? With the branding. The branding's always sick. I'm gonna get a jacket, by the way, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
It's nice merch. I like the varsity jacket.
Thank you, bro. You know, we just did our
Pull that mic in a little closer, so.
yeah. It's just loud in my headphones, so.
Oh, we can turn those down. Turn down knob 3 on it. That one over there.
Knob
the
th-
knob 3 up top. Yeah.
So, fucking, yeah, we just did like a cool merch collab with Cookies. We do a lot of clothing shit with Zoomies and
It's too loud.
yeah, it's crazy loud. We do a lot of shit with Zoomies and like we've been running the website for a long time, and just getting the merch game like really solid. But you know, it's an extension of the weed shit that we do. So in the beginning, it all started off with strain T-shirts and like just logos, just like everybody else. And then my brother happened to be like a straight up G in the apparel space, and saw a lot of promise in what we were doing, and helped us take it to the next level. And so we've dropped like tons of different styles. And then when we brought on like retail partners like Zoomies and Spencer's and stuff, there was like a very large like niche for us in the female apparel space, because nobody's really making anything for women that's weed centric. And so we really have like dominated that like space. And then we're sort of working at like retail. We're kind of working backwards to like with the Cookies collab and some other stuff that we're doing to like do more like styles that appeal to like everybody. But the website has always been men and women, and just like all the dopest shit drops on the site. So it's been good, man. That shit's tight. So, you know, this is like 2.0. We had a different jacket last year. This is this year's. So hopefully we'll just keep it moving like that. Keep coming out with dope shit.
Who made up the name Your Highness?
Your Highness was my wife, honestly. She, back in 2013, Instagram was just like getting started with the weed shit, and we had like already been in the medical scene there, just working, growing, doing whatever, and nobody was getting credit for flower, and it was really hard because it's all deli styles. It's like there was no Mylars, like nobody really knew what was up. Like pop tops were happening. I guess you could have came up with like a sticker thing, but we just can't. The Instagram was really the starting off, the jumping off point for the brand. So my wife was like, "Yo, let's start an Instagram. Let's call ourselves Your Highness.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, not really hyped on the name. I was like not super into it, but I was just like, that's cool. Let's think about it. See if there's anything better for like.
So you're admitting that to her now that you were wrong.
Oh, I was absolutely wrong. And after
Is that how things usually go with you guys?
Yeah, with me and her, yeah, definitely. Like she came up with all our kids' names, and every time I'm like, it's cool. That maybe there'll something better will come along. Let's like.
He's like, we'll do the remix later. Don't worry about it.
What are your kids' names? If I can ask?
So Achilles was our first.
That's pretty
kid.
Cool. Yeah.
And then Kaiser, and we have Casper is our youngest. So
Casper's sick.
yeah, Casper's sick. So
Those are cool names.
yeah. So she came up with like all their names. So and I was kind of like Achilles. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm down from the beginning. I was a little bit like it's crazy for him, but like I like it.
Is Kaiser named after Kaiser Soze or Kaiser Bun?
It's more just like the name is just supposed to be like I think it means king or something like that in another language. So it was just more that than it was anything else. Casper just straight up I don't know, just the ring to it was cool. It wasn't like a fucking ghost tribute or anything like that.
But I mean, you hear Casper, you definitely think of the friendly ghost.
Yeah,
but it's a cool name.
But
I think like 5-6 years from now, it'll probably just be like kind of normal maybe by then, hopefully.
Yeah, nobody really knows about Casper anymore.
Yeah, that's what
I named my son Dawson, and at the time people were like, oh, everybody's going to be calling him Dawson's Creek. And I was like, dude, nobody's going to know about that fucking show.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn.
But
they caught a stray, dude.
But what is funny, what did end up happening that we didn't think of is, I don't know if you remember from the Titanic, the character was Rose Dawson.
Okay.
His name is Dawson Rose.
Oh shit.
So people always like see it, especially when it's listed like for some attendance thing or whatever, and it's backwards. You know, last name, first name. They just like read it that way because everybody knows the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
But it's all good. It's still a cool name.
The last name is Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool last name.
Yeah, his name is fucking Dallas Rose, dude. It's fucking,
Dallas Rose.
It's a hack, dude. So your son being named Casper is sick.
I mean, you sound like you own a basketball team.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish, dude.
That'd be pretty sick.
I don't even own a basketball.
What would you call your basketball team, though? Dude?
I would call it the Rain. That's what was my creative team name.
I hope you lose. I'll be rooting.
Like REIGN.
Dude, look at this guy with this douchey name, bro.
The Rain.
His team after a stripper, dude.
It'd be like the rain falls again.
No, not like rain falling. Like rain, like a king's reign.
My bad, dude.
rain.
I hated first. My bad. I should have
REIGN.
waited.
Yeah, fire.
Stay
I don't
with
know
me,
if I
bro.
spelled it
Stay with
correct.
me.
But yeah, that's
REIGN,
kind of like some Your Highness shit. We could collab. We could be the official sponsor of Rain.
Yo, you see it?
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
We'll start a pickleball team.
We're gonna have to start somewhere.
Pickleball is like super popping, apparently, bro. I didn't
Yeah, it's huge right now.
Yeah.
They did a Chronicle on it.
Mike was in a fucking tournament recently, dude.
Do you guys watch Chronicle?
Yeah.
No, you like my boy, dude.
Yeah, I love that.
Dude, I fucking love. You know what the deepest shit is though? New Hampshire Chronicle. You ever check that shit out? It's the most boring show. It's like hilariously boring. Like me and my son watching some of the segments, dude. You know, because it's just there's nothing going on in fucking New Hampshire, really. You know, so and they got to fill a show every night. So it'll just be like, you know, the old post office in some random town that they go like do an expo on.
That's no. I'd rather not. Yo, speaking of like, I can't even transition off that shit.
No, that's hard.
Yo,
hard transition coming up.
So when we were talking the other night, you were talking about how you used to engineer for Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So the weed shit was in the beginning. Okay, let me back up a little bit more. I got hurt on a job working construction when I was like 19. Fell through the building.
Damn.
Broke my back.
I'm glad
my
you're okay,
arm,
man.
my leg. Was in the hospital for like a long ass time. Then was like laid up for a long ass time. And then I had been dabbling in the music shit before I got hurt. But like I kind of like got some bread because I was like in the hospital and then at home like laid up for so long. And I was getting like high disability payments, so like I had some bread when I was.
I thought you were gonna say like high on like painkillers or some shit.
Definitely high on Dilaudid and fucking. But I took like I went off that shit like as soon as I could because
Yeah.
it just honestly it made me feel sick. I wasn't like I'll be high as fuck, but then I would be like, oh, I'm gonna get higher, and then I'd be like, I'm gonna puke, and like I don't like this shit. So it wasn't super like I didn't like love that shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
I had surgery a year ago, and I got some painkillers. They had some type of oxy in the name, and I was like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
I got to throw these away.
Yeah. I never got the like take home shit. I like literally was on maybe Vicodin or something, but I had a lot of nerve pain. I broke my back.
Oh man.
I had and got a bunch of crazy surgeries. So like
Yeah.
all your shit when they touch the nerves or when they reconnect the nerves or whatever it is, it like takes a while for the feeling to come back, and then when it comes back, it's like excruciating for a while, and there's nothing you can do. It's just fucked up. And so, so anyways, fast forward, I had some bread. I bought a bunch of music equipment, got like more into, got the speakers, got the fucking like MIDI samplers and the sound modules, and maybe a different PC. And like, I actually got retrained through the workman's comp program to like build how to build computers and shit. I tried to get a job at Best Buy. They like hired me and then fired me like the same day. It was mad weird. And I was like, at that point when that happened at that Best Buy shit, I was like, dude, I'm never getting a job again. Fuck this shit.
Why did they
Fuck all
fire
this
you on
bull-
the same day?
It was like the one guy hired me and he was like, yeah, come back. It wasn't the same day. It was like, come back on Monday and it's your first day. And I came back and that dude was fired. And they were like, we don't know who the fuck you need to get out of here. Literally like kicked me out of the store.
It's probably
And
the
I
best
was
thing that happened to you, though.
Yeah, it probably was, honestly. And so then I went more into the music. Me and my brother had a rap group. I made all the beats. We performed all over the North Bay. We opened up for like KRS-One. We went to Santa Cruz. I played a bunch of underground rap shows. We were super into like, at the time, backpack rap was like kind of cracking. It was like Living Legends and Zion I and a lot of LA shit. This West Coast shit was happening in California. It was happening all over, but it was, that's the shit we were into. That didn't really work out. So I decided I like making beats. This is the thing I'm the best at is making beats and engineering. So I'm not really I didn't really think of myself as a rapper. So I was just like, I'm going to go do that. And I got the opportunity through another friend who wanted to manage us. His boy was Dr. Dre's engineer. And he was like, not like engineer, but he was like in the studio with Dre all like whenever they needed like an extra guy. And so I was like, yo, I want to come down there and see Dre's studio for sure. And I was already had weed and shit. So I was going down there to sell weed. This is a long ass story. So
You went to Dre's studio?
I went to Dre's studio. That's like the first thing I did when I went to LA, and it was tight, man. It was like at that time.
Was he in there working, or you just checked it out?
He wasn't there.
Yeah.
But like, I seen his little room. He had like a treadmill in there and shit. It was like at the time when he was like doing that, getting buffed. Yeah. And but I seen like the room with the MPC and all the instruments, and like it's a smaller spot that he had. It was his personal shit over there in Studio City, and or Valley Village or something. And then that dude lived at a house with these other producers that did like shit for 50 Cent and some other big R&B producers. And they were like, we got a studio. I mean, the fucking music game is shiesty as fuck. It's just as bad as weed shit now looking back on it. So these guys had like signed an artist and got the control of the budget, and they rented a studio in LA under this guy Fred Reck. And Fred Reck's like a legendary dude who did a bunch of the Dre shit. So all this stuff was kind of floating around this Dre camp. And so I got Nate Dogg's room in the studio. And Nate Dogg at the time was sick and had a stroke and was at home. And I actually went to his house to buy a vocal booth from him. We went to his house and bought it and took it out of his house and brought it to the studio. And so I had Nate Dogg's room with Nate Dogg's vocal booth, and I was in the back of the studio, and I would record everybody who came in and manage the scheduling, record everyone who came in during the day. And then the major artists come in at like more in the nighttime, and then I'd be the runner for those sessions. Cool. So I'm in the studio like 12, 13 hours a day, have this small little grow that I worked on for like an hour, and then I would just pass out, do it all over again. And I basically got free studio time anytime that what shit wasn't scheduled.
Yeah.
I got to do whatever my own shit.
That's sick.
Yeah, and so through that, Frank Ocean was one of the writers that was coming through and writing songs for other people. He wasn't Frank Ocean at the time. He was going under another name, Lonnie
Francis.
Bro, Lonnie Bro, and or Christopher Bro, one of those two names. He had two names at the time. And then he had to get a new one. And he was writing. I think he wrote a Justin Bieber song with them that ended up. He wrote a Justin Bieber song. I don't think it was Baby, but it was on that album, the first one. And then he wrote a song for John Legend that Brandy was on, and Brandy came through the studio, and Brandy actually took us all out to Great America. We went to fucking Magic Mountain out there, and to the what is that company called? Six Flags. We went to Six Flags, like with Brandy. That was just fucking crazy.
That's fucking insane.
And so
Was Ray J there?
Nah, nah, but it was, you know, like she didn't really have friends at the time. I guess some shit happened where she did some vehicular shit to someone.
Oh,
and,
okay. I don't remember that.
So it was around that time, and like she took us all out. We kicked it with her. It was great. It was fun, and so she came to the studio. She recorded the John Legend collab, and then at that time, that Frank Ocean was there, and so I had built the relationship with him through some of the bigger sessions and some of the just songwriting shit. I actually made some beats that he got on, and that we had trying, because the whole thing was like I was working for free for the opportunity to get on, right? Like so I was doing these sessions. I slip my own beats into the selection pile, and if someone picked my shit, the guys would let it slide, and then they would obviously they'd take co-production credit if it got because they'd mix it and do whatever, do production, and so I got a bunch of songs with him on it. None of them really went anywhere. Then we went to another studio. We left Fred Reck's spot and went to Encino, went to another studio, and then that's really when I became Frank Ocean's engineer. Is like during that time he got signed to Def Jam. They weren't doing shit with him. He got a Sony ATV publishing deal off of the songs that he had done for Brandy and John Legend and Bieber. He got some deals, so then Sony ATV was paying me to record him. I got like nothing, like $150 for 8 hours, or 12 hours, however long it would be, and but only if he finished it and turned it in. So there was many days where we recorded forever, and then he'd just be like, delete that shit, I'm out of here.
And then you don't get paid?
No.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I only get paid if he turns in a song. So
why is that your responsibility as the engineer?
It's not, bro. It's like you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that shit. You're supposed to just make a song and turn it in. Like he was hypercritical about the shit that he turned in. He didn't.
But what I'm saying though is like,
I should still
whether or not he's fucking telling you to delete it, you still recorded it.
It was like built into his budget, so it was only I don't know. This is how it worked.
That's crazy.
The music industry is bullshit, and at the time, I mean, it's not bullshit, but the label system is shitty. And I was a young kid still. I was like 20, 24 or whatever, 25, and like I didn't really know what was going on. So at that time, I was recording him. And we recorded some of the stuff off of the mixtape, and that he ended up even some songs I think that made it onto Channel Orange, but with different beats. He went and like re-recorded them with other people, but like the mixtape shit, I went to like Paramount and like worked on some of the mixtape shit, and then he came to my studio with like Tyler and all the Odd Future dudes. I got my own spot. They were coming through there too. And then he played me Novocaine before he dropped it, and was like telling us on how he's changing his name to Frank Ocean, and he's gonna put it out as under Frank Ocean. And
what did you think? Did you think like, oh, this guy's gonna blow up, or you were like,
I didn't really hear the music until he played Novocaine. I was working on the songs, but I wasn't working on. It's not like we'd be like, oh, let's play the whole track and like vibe. It was like, hey, I need to punch in this background at like fucking 2 minutes 45 seconds, like cue it up. And so it would just be like, for 2 hours, and and then we'd leave, and it's
Right.
like I don't really know what we're working on.
Yeah.
And then you know, and then so when he came and played Novocaine, I was like, oh shit, this is what you've been working on. Okay, this is fucking crazy. And then, but the Frank Ocean thing was wild because he already had 2 names, so I was just like, this is wild. Like, I don't. And he had this whole persona, and it was kind of like Ocean's 11 like style, and it was like he was a Mac, he was a pimp, and he was like, this is my persona, like for my shit. And so he's a genius, but he also like, you know, what comes along with that type shit, you know, like, and so and that was it. After that, basically he blew the fuck up, and some drama happened. Some song got leaked that I had recorded, and some artist put it out trying to clout chase the mixtape.
Yeah.
And it was just, he was like, bro, how could you let them get a hold of this shit? Like, fuck, I can't trust you anymore. Like, we're not
Oh no.
together.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you feel like it was really your fault, or was that bullshit?
It was my fault, but it's not like
How did it get out?
It's not like I encouraged this dude to go fucking steal the song and do this shit. But I gave him the song with Frank's
Part
lyric,
on it.
like Frank's vocals. I gave him the guy finessed me for the song. Like
Yeah.
the guy was like, "Yo, give me the demo track so I can like do it like that."
So I can like check it
And I
out.
was like, "Sure, that's normal."
Yeah.
but not you don't normally give it to someone. So like that was the part where I fucked up big time.
So like you're not supposed to give it to him in that scenario, or was he like
Bro, there's-
asking for a normal thing and
Frank
then?
Ocean drops the mixtape. It gets reposted by, you know, Beyonce, Jay-Z, fucking everybody on the first week. And this kid's drops on, you know, whatever it is, Dat Piff or whatever fucking crazy rap blogs, drops his song featuring Frank Ocean. That's what he did.
Yeah.
And it was a demo song that wasn't finished that he had stolen. So it was like,
Yeah.
it was a bad look because
Yeah.
it was like nobody listened to it, nobody liked it. It was just some random shit, and it was like I didn't even have nothing to do with it. It wasn't my beat or anything. It was just
You were just engineering.
I just
He
engineered
asked you for
it
the
and
file.
and was trying to like I don't know. I don't even know why I gave the kid the song to record. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. It was a bad look.
What a
So,
dickhead though.
I mean,
He's the dickhead.
He is a dickhead though. Like he was telling me how he was on Watch the Throne and all that shit, and he was telling me how he would call up Kanye and scream on him and scream on Jay-Z because they put out the song before the vocals were finished. So he was still working on it, and they put it out anyways. And
The
it was
same
like,
guy, but then he did that to somebody else. Is that what you're saying?
No, Frank.
Oh, Frank
screamed
was
on
mad about
them.
that. Okay, I see.
Frank,
Okay.
Frank screamed on Jay-Z and Kanye about them putting it out when it was unfinished, but the shit was a massive success. So it's like, dude, why are you
Yeah.
tripping?
Relax.
But it's like I think part of his musical, you know, expertise or his genius is the amount of work that it really comes down to taste. Like he didn't sing like that before he started doing. It's like he snapped and he just was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a different tone, I'm gonna do a different inflection, I'm gonna do a different pattern, I'm gonna do all this different shit, and it's this persona and it's this.
Yeah.
And so I think he wanted to maybe switch up what he had done or whatever, and they just put it out. But I don't know. And then after that, I was in the studio a lot with like Ty Dolla $ign was coming to a bunch of sessions that we were doing. I was recording his girlfriend, and I was signed to like, you know, Red One. He used to make like a bunch of shit with like Lady Gaga, and I was signed to that dude for a little while as a production deal, and it just
But ultimately, you just got fed up with it, huh? You just wanted to do the weed business.
bro.
Yeah.
Completely. I just got I got hella bad anxiety. A bunch of crazy shit happened all at the same time. My brother and I were growing weed, and like he got arrested, and he had to leave to go to NorCal to kind of escape he didn't have. He wanted to keep trapping and shit, but he didn't want to do it in LA anymore. He wanted to leave LA, so
Yeah.
he left. He was like forcing me to buy him out of the grow, and then I was kind of coming to my wits end with the music shit, and then I also got a girlfriend who became my wife at the same time, and so, and so I'm in the music industry, like I'm legitimately in the music industry, and I'm going to dudes' houses that have Grammys that are living in little trap houses. Like I rent these same houses to trap in, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is where you live? I'm like, nah, dude. you got your Grammys up on the mantelpiece, and it's like I would just
Still like that. Yeah.
I'll be blowing this house. I've just got this garage blown up. I'd be trimming over in this room. Like, this ain't it. I'm in this shit to. I realized, like, I'm in this shit to make money. Like,
Yeah.
At that point, like, I love the music making part of it, but the business part of it isn't making music. It's business. And so I was just like, yeah, whatever. The shit that I was doing was not inspiring to me anymore. And I was just like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like this shit.
Yeah.
I'm over it. And so all at once, I just, whatever. I had a snap moment where I just was like, I sold everything, sold all my. At that point, I had super expensive equipment, sold it all.
Yeah.
Sold every mic, sold all the preamps, sold all the speakers, sold all the computers, just everything. Got rid of everything, and just was like, and then boom, got another trap house, and boom, fucking went on vacation, got a car,
Yeah.
fucking just doing shit. And that was like 2010, 11.
Yeah.
And I just never looked back. I didn't even talk to anybody from the music shit that I did, which is a bad move. And honestly, I wish I stayed in touch with all those people, but like that was my issue at the time. Like, we were taking label meetings, we were meeting, going to Atlantic and Warner and fucking doing all this shit. And it's like, I didn't take it serious. Like, I didn't realize how important like some of these people really were. It was like, I was in the room, you know, another dude, Eric Bellinger. I don't know if you've seen this guy around, but like that dude was coming to us for beats and shit at the time. Like we were plugged in. I mean, I was in the room with Bruno Mars, and he was playing shit before anybody knew who that fool was. It's not like I discovered him, but like there was a ton of opportunity around me, and I just didn't know how to utilize it. I didn't know how to take what I was doing to the next level and really like turn it into something. And I just held on to. In hindsight, I realized that, and I just held on to that shit, so that when something like what's happening right now comes, we can really take advantage of it. You know what I mean? And really try to maximize it and not let it slip through our fingers. Which, honestly, I don't even feel like I did a good job at that shit. Like we.
What have you learned from the weed game that you wish you knew in the music game?
From the weed game?
Yeah.
I mean, again, bro, I think my phone just fucking needs to be on silent. I mean, the weed game was more like money, right? Like built-in money. I used it to support what I was doing, the music shit. I never made money making music. Everything I did was on spec, was like for a check, to get a deal, to get a placement.
Yeah.
It was never like to sell a beat for $200 or $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think I learned a lot about value and supply and demand, and just like how to sell a product, how to stand behind a product, but like really, like honestly, a lot of the weed shit that I did was still like, it was more of a escape still from the music shit. It was more like, fuck, it was a lifestyle shit. It was like, let's just have a couple of traps and like go on vacation and chill. And I'm in LA. I got the houses in LA. I got people in LA. It was easy. And so I was just like, I just took it was a break, honestly, for like maybe 3, 4, 5 years. And then when I had my kid is when it really became like, okay, because the shit was going downhill. And then we were having our kid, and it was like, all right, like we need to rethink this shit. And so you say, what did I learn? I mean, you know, but like I perfected everything that I was trying to do with the music shit. I perfected in the weed shit. Like we had a little group, and we had a little logo, and we had a little website, and we had these connections, and we weren't really able to do shit with them in the music game. And then we perfected all that shit with the weed shit, basically.
Okay.
And I'm still working on perfecting it, you know, but I definitely know what it feels like when the opportunity's around, you know what I mean? I know what that feels like. I've been through that a bunch of times. So I think that's the biggest difference, is like, okay, this feels similar to what's happened in the past. Like, it's time to go harder. It's time to press the gas, keep going, you know. And I think the biggest lesson is just keep going. Because on the retrospect of looking back at all the opportunity that was around me in the music shit, I'm like, fuck, I was there. Like all I had to do was just one thing, and I would have fucking changed my life. And
Yeah,
I
but
would have
things
kept
happen
going.
as they happen, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe it just wasn't the right fit for you, you know?
But it's
And now you
like,
had to appear.
but it's like you never know how close you are. You know what I mean? You can't
True.
see it. You can't see the forest through the woods. You can't.
Yeah.
You don't. You need an outside perspective. You need to be able to zoom out to really see, to really get a sense of what's going on. Because it's hard when you're in the mix, when you're talking to all these people. It comes natural. You could be the fucking hottest shit to ever happen, and it's like there's no metric for that in the weed game. There's sales, but on the trap side, it's hard. You don't know what other trappers are doing. There's no metrics, so it's like you can't tell public sentiment on what they think about you, how popular you are. You don't know, so it just all feels normal. Like, oh, cool, Trippie Red bought the weed and has it on the internet. Okay, that's normal, right? Like you don't know, and it's not normal. It's fucking hype, but it can come off as normal because it's just a slow build the whole time. It's like it's just happening and you're in the middle of it, and it's so I think I take a lot more time to like take myself out and look at things from a bird's eye view, because it's just it's hard to, when you're in the mix, it's hard for me to not take it for granted, because it's just like this is just happening.
Yeah, but what you said you learned from it, like knowing when the opportunity's there and when to go hard, that like made it almost sounds like that was all worth it. You know what I mean?
It is.
Just having that like thing in the back of your mind, you know?
Yep. Just earlier, Mike was like, "Yo, we should do this thing," and I was like, I'm a little hesitant. Like it's a big leap, but then in the back of my mind, I'm like, nah, it's time. It is time. I
Just
know
gotta
it's
say
time.
yes.
Yeah, it is time.
What's the thing? Can you tell us what the thing is? Probably not, right?
No, we can.
Yeah, no, we were just talking about
Pull that mic a little closer.
we were just talking about doing the one of the promotions at Harvest Cup.
Just
at
say
the
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
They got a big spot left for the title sponsorship, so we were thinking about doing that. And
Oh, wow.
you know, it's only
Title
a couple weeks
sponsorship.
away, so.
Yeah, for the after party.
So,
So-
it'd be like the
yeah.
Your Highness first place championship and whatever
Yeah,
type
and
thing.
they got Inspector Deck coming, so it should be
We
a
would
pretty
be-
good show.
It would be like the Your Highness after party, puff down presented by Your Highness, and so it's
move.
not free.
Yeah.
it's the premier sponsorship, but
You sell tickets though, right?
No, he's not
that's
free.
not how you recoup.
Oh,
You
no,
just
no,
recoup
that
by
was-
being a sponsor, just by getting your name out there. But it's like you have to believe, you have to take a leap of faith and be like, this shit's gonna pay off, and like not get in your own way. You know, like everything we've done so far, this event has already more than paid for itself, and it's like it's on you though to like maximize it and to real actualize the results, right? It's like you could shake Dr. Dre's hand, or you could slip him your mixtape, you know, and be like, bro, I need you to listen to this. Like this is the next shit. It's there's a big difference between those two things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's up to you ultimately to grasp it. But it's like Mike, I don't know where Mike knows this shit. He seems like he just has a sense for it too, but it's like you just kind of know, like, okay, yeah, it's time. And I always used to overthink everything. I always used to get in my own way, and I try a lot more not to do that shit.
Yeah.
Like I would have been mad nervous about just getting on the pod, and now I'm just like, I don't even think about it anymore.
Right.
Because it's just not worth it. There's nothing you can do that, except for in the moment, right? There's nothing you could do to fucking change what's gonna happen. And so, that. But yeah, so you know, we're looking at doing that opportunity, and that's one of the bigger things that we will have done in Massachusetts.
Yep,
at this point.
there's other opportunities too. We were in the cookie store yesterday for a pop-up. We're talking about doing a billboard with them, you know. So we're up in the sponsorships. We're doing a larger booth, you know, at NECAM, doing a larger booth at Flower Expo coming up. So
Mike, how do you measure like the return on that marketing spend? Because that's probably hard, right? To really like analyze, like we spent this much on that and it brought us this.
For sure. It definitely is. But honestly, for me, man, it's like if we just meet one new buyer and make one new, you know, sale, at even within 6 months, that's worth it. You know what I mean? The product is speaking for itself. You know, we sample heavily. The bud tenders love it. The customers are loving it. So if we can just get it into the hands of, you know, a buyer or a decision maker, the rest of the process has been pretty, you know, easy. So
Yeah, I heard from somebody in the game before, don't be weed poor. Because it's like, that's your brand. So like you have to really display your shit. Like you make beats us. Imagine you pull up to the session and you're like, I don't got no beats. I can't make any. My battery ran out. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
Or if you're like, I'm gonna play these, but I'm gonna turn the volume down real low.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, nah, dude.
Yeah.
You need to go hard for your shit. You know, you need to be the one that's like going the hardest in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, we can't measure, but like what Mike's saying, it's like, it's we went from not knowing really anybody in Massachusetts, and 3 months later, it's like we kind of have a good idea of what's going on, and we have a great network of people that are fucking with us, and
They even got unofficial employees.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
and fucking and it's just like if you don't put yourself in that position, no one else is gonna do it for you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we're gonna bet. I think it's easier for Mike because he's already bet so fucking big on the brand as a whole with the license and the facility and everything that it's like nothing is ever going to be as expensive as that, you know. So I think it's a bit less daunting for him, but for me, I'm like, man, I want to make sure we get value, and it's like there's no way you can. It's just use your best judgment and go after it, you know, and try.
Yo, Mike, what was that secret you were telling me the other day about the real estate moves so you don't get taxed and shit?
Yep. So it's called a
Drop the sauce.
1031 tax deferred exchange.
Okay, and this is to avoid what problem?
Capital gains tax.
On real estate sales.
Yep, on real estate sales, on stock sales, do it with fine art, with any sort of an asset that appreciates over time where capital gains tax would be due.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just a mechanism where you can basically sell, in this case, a piece of real estate and basically buy a different piece of real estate.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay any capital gains tax, long story short. So.
If you just exchange from one to the next.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a timeline, there's a set of rules, and it's very, very strict. I mean, you have 45 days to identify a few properties, and then you have another 6 months to actually close. So, yeah, man.
So it's basically like you got like moving your money to make it like a bigger bank every time in a way.
Yep.
So you can keep moving up and getting up.
Exactly.
Okay.
I like that. I think capital gains tax is kind of bullshit.
You getting taxed
is.
on the tax? Like,
It is, dude. I agree
on the
with
tax?
Yeah, at least they're not double taxing, but they are double or triple taxing in the weed game.
Yeah, yo, bro, it's crazy. As a retailers cannot write off their employees' wages essentially.
Oh, that's
in
crazy.
weed. So like you,
280E.
yeah, it's fucking insane. So if you made $1 million, but you paid your employees half of that, it's $500K, let's say.
Yeah.
You're still taxed as if you made $1 million.
That's so
You can't
dumb.
write off the $500K. And then,
I think it's different for cultivation.
yeah, it is different.
Yeah,
It's a weird ass thing
Do you know what their justification for that is?
because they're
Like, what would they say?
If it's federally illegal, you're a drug dealer.
yeah.
But like, they don't say that, do they? Like, we want to punish you, so you have
Bro,
to pay
it-
this much. Like, they give
say
some
that.
like
They
shitty-
literally
They
do.
really
They
just
do.
say that.
They can still technically speaking go into like a state legal place and just raid it
Yeah.
if they really wanted to, and they've done it all the time. The DA raids legal stores in states constantly.
Because it's federally illegal.
Well, bro, think about it. They get to go to a place, huh? Let me take all your cash. Let me take all your drugs.
Yeah.
It's like they can just collect money.
Well, there's bigger paper trail now, so they can seize assets. They can do all kinds of shit.
Yeah, bro.
And it's even worse in Cali. The state will do it to you too, because now the federal tax board, the CDTFA or whatever, will come. They will raid you. They will take your cash on hand. They will seize your assets if you didn't pay them. And they come up with if you're weird and you don't ever file your self-reported income tax or whatever it is that they go off of, they just make up a number that you owe them, and then they'll come for that. And it's high as fuck. It's way higher than it should be.
Jesus.
And so Yeah, it's just you got to be on point with everything, and the cannabis shit is it's hard. Like you got to have the numbers right, you got to have the taxes right, you got to have everything
Yeah, it's
triple
too much,
dotted,
dude.
man. It's a lot, and it takes a team. No one person's gonna be good at all that shit.
Yo, Sean, in the beginning when Your Highness really got built as a brand, was there like a huge surge in sales at one point or attention, or was there something in particular that got you an extra big push?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would attribute it to Instagram, and at the time, I don't think it works like this anymore, but at the time, it was the algorithm was geared towards just popular posts of people you followed in like, and that was it. It showed you most popular to least popular in for the day or the week or maybe like for the 48 hours. And so to disseminate what's going on in the culture regionally was mad easy. You're just like hop on Instagram, look at what's popping. Anybody that's has any influence posted their most coolest thing that day. You go and you look, and then you can just go, okay, this strain has got mad love. This strain got mad love. This breeder just dropped this thing. Everybody's commenting on that. It was mad easy. It was just like, okay, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna get some of these seeds. I'm gonna do this. It was easy to see like 6 months, a year, 2 years to see like, okay, because seeds are like that shit ain't quick, and everyone was at that time was leaning into seeds because the clone game was just played. There was no new shit, and so everyone that had new shit was popping seeds, and so Instagram allowed me to see what was going on, make predictions, and then go and execute. And so at that time, Jungle Boys had the Animal Mints #3, which they renamed to Wedding Cake. And right when they renamed it to Wedding Cake, I reached out to the breeder who bred it originally and gifted it to them and said, yo, if you need any help, anything, I got you. Whatever you need. I take dope pictures. I got an Instagram followers. Like I'll hype it up. I'll be your hype man. I'll help you sell seeds, whatever you need. He was like, cool, come pick up these packs tomorrow. And I went, got them, hunted them, never had even really popped seeds, barely. Like it was like my second time growing from seed. And I found something, passed it back to him. He co-signed it, showed it to Burner, showed it to Jungle Boys. He really like went around and kind of he was hyping himself up, but I was getting a lot of shine from it because I found it and he gave me full credit. So, and no one was really doing that shit at that time. And so, so we went from growing like obscure sativa hybrids to growing some of the most sought after shit in the world, honestly. It was. And so, we went from being in some random dispensaries with no branding to dropping at Jungle Boys and with our brand on the packaging. We're probably one of the first brands to drop in Jungle Boys and get credit because it was all deli style still. So it was like motherfuckers were buying the merch, lining up outside the Jungle Boys store, buying our shit, wearing our clothes, fucking selling out, a 5 pounds in a day. But yeah, so shit changed overnight when for us, and then it went up and up and up and up, and then it changed, and then it became this, and it didn't happen overnight. We had to stop what we were doing because we couldn't scale what we were doing without getting wrapped up or some other shit happening or missing out on the legal market altogether. So it took years for us to figure out how to successfully enter the legal market and scale. And so so it was up and it was like this and then up and then back down and back up again.
So I gotta ask though, why Massachusetts?
Why Massachusetts? Just Mike and Joe. Like that's it. It's
Sounds like a sitcom.
Yeah. It wasn't like a premeditated thing. I chose Massachusetts. Like Joe was out in Cali doing a lot of work and was a good guy, fucking nice guy, knows his shit, is doing stuff, doing major shit, and I'm like, and always kept it low key. He was like my kind of guy, and he was like, oh, I got something happening, I got something brewing, like we got a facility, like I'm thinking about, would you guys be interested? And they're just like, yeah, and it's like a year later, the same combo, and I'm just like, kind of like, is this real? Like this, how is this still going on? Like how is it not done?
So long.
Yeah.
It took 4 years.
Yeah. And then he's like, "No, it's coming. I'm still thinking about you guys." And I'm like, "All right, cool." And and he's watching us go up from starting the legal shit again. And he's like, "Yeah, still you guys. I want to do it." And then I was just down. I was just like, "Yeah, bro, whatever you want, I got you. Like, let's do it." And then luckily it took them a while, and so by the time that they were actually ready, I mean, we were fucking more than ready. We were just, it was plug and play. It was like, here's the packaging, here's the branding, here's what the fucking pop-ups will look like, here's everything. We're ready to go.
Word.
And so we kind of hit the ground running, which is sick.
Yeah,
Here you are.
from my perspective, it was a no-brainer, right? I mean, Joe made the introduction to Sean for the first time I met him was at MJ Biz last year, so it hasn't even been a year. And we didn't have an existing brand. So Joe has a genetics company called Good Greens, plural. But there's obviously another brand called Good Green, which is like a subsidiary of GTI, which is an MSO. So we couldn't use that name here. We didn't have a name, path of least resistance. Let's go with the existing brand. They're in stores in California. They're connected to, these bigger players. Why, try to do something that we're not good at, right? My brother's really good at growing weed. And so let's just license the brand, and they have the packaging, they have the logos, like everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which for us to try to accomplish anything like that would be really time consuming and really expensive, right? So it worked out really well, and the market's super receptive to the brand, and
Joe also like consulted / advised a deal that we had in California leading up to the launch in Massachusetts as well. So I was on Joe was on a lot of calls with what we were doing out there, and he was like really in the loop with like how much work we were putting in and what we were doing to build up the legal shit that we were doing last year in Cali. So he got like a front seat view of that shit, and I'm sure he was telling Mike what was going on too, and and so it just was we already had the relationship by that point. When it was time to launch here, it was a no-brainer. But yeah, that's crazy you bring that up. It hasn't even been a year that we've even known each other. So
yeah, that's well.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, like from each one of you, somebody pulls up to New Dia and they want some Your Highness. What should they get? One strain.
I mean, there's a
right now it's got to be the lemon jam. I mean, that's been the number one.
Both of you are saying lemon jam?
No, my cop-out answer is go to the gas station and smell everything before you buy it. Try
and make it easy for people. All right, lemon jam then. Mike says lemon jam.
Lemon jam is
lemon jam. All right, go to Nudia and buy the syrup.
Oh, yeah, the syrup. Golden ticket.
Syrup. Get the syrup. It's fire. We got a lot of new stuff coming.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard one person. I challenge you to come and tell us one thing that's bad. Come on. Somebody give us a bad review.
Not enough plantains on the packaging.
Wow. Challenge. What are you giving for a bad review if somebody does?
What am I giving for it? No,
meet the challenge.
You just can't just be salty.
Don't be a
like
hater.
No, but like it's not, and not every strain's for everybody. But I mean, we do a good job. We don't skimp on anything.
That's a fact.
We're selective about what we put in the bag. So if you think you'll like it, you probably will. You know what I mean? The bags are pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, there's that, and like there's a reason why we like Lace partner with them with the glitter bomb. Like when we have that exclusive strain with them for a bit, and it's like we saw it. You know what I mean? All you got to do is the weed speaks for itself. That's the best thing about it too. It's straight business when it comes to weed. You can't hide behind shit.
No, you can't. It's like trying to tell someone that you have fire bread and then they have to eat that shit right after you tell them. There's no faking it. It's like you're gonna know if it's fire or not right away. And so yeah, it's just it's hard to hide. So I don't know. The feedback's been crazy, and it's just like if we have these bags that are very specific to the strength, to the flavor profiles. So it's like it should be you should know pretty much what's in the bag by looking at it or reading the name. And if you like that shit, you're gonna like it. If you like skunky gas, or if you like wrapper weed, or if you like lemon, or you like blueberry, you're gonna like what's in the bag, because it's a good version of that shit.
All right. Well, definitely make sure you go get some of your Highness at Nadia.
Hell yeah.
Guys, thank you for joining us today. Anything else you want the people to know?
Throw that on the table.
That's it. Oh, this is that right there. Nice shit.
This one's gas.
I like that bag.
That's the
That's
sunset
cool as shit.
with the
That's cool as
Celtics
shit.
colorway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's the black amber in there, right? That shit's some gas.
How do y'all feel about brands coming out with like the Celtics colorway?
I think it's dope because I think you have to like speak to your audience.
Yeah.
And I think people will. It's more recognizable that way, more digestible. Like when I see the Pats colorway, I know it's the Pats colorway, dude. You know what I mean? It's like that speaks to me. When I see navy and red, I'm like, we're at Red Sox. Let's get it. You know what I mean? It's just something that. And then think about it. Like you also get to match shit with the hats that we would rock anyways. You know, and the accessories. So I fuck with it.
All right, cool.
I like it. Fellas, thanks for hanging.
Yeah.
We'll see you again soon.
All right, appreciate it.
And we'll be right back.
John, walk with me. I pray that you assure all weapons formed against me shall not prosper. And I thank you for the stress you've given to thyself. Amen.
See these bodies with rest in my brain. Smoke a spliff up and numb up the pain. Gotta watch who you trust, cause that loyalty change. One day niggas real, then the next they be lame. Trust in yourself, that's a jump for the game. These women be hoes, these niggas be lame. Oh shit, cause they one and the same. Oh shit, cause they one and the same. See these bodies with rest in my brain. Smoke a spliff up and numb up the pain. Gotta watch who you trust, cause that loyalty change. One day niggas real, then the next they be lame. Trust in yourself, that's a jump for the game. These women be hoes, these niggas be lame. Oh shit, cause they one and the same. Oh shit, cause they one and the same. I'ma stick to myself, cause I learned when you trust, this will come back with shots. Try to give love, but it come back to heart. So I say fuck them both like the judge and the cop. The ones that you trust, they don't want you to pop. So they leech you behind till you finally drop. Whatever you got, they don't see in themselves. So you suffer the pain of a snake on the shelf. Fuck these niggas, that's on my mother. Only fuck with a few. Down, gully, stress, that's a few of my brothers. If you fuck with them, you gon' die like the others. That loyalty clear, don't come with a stutter. I got a stab on my back and I cover that up with a tat. Feelings a strap, gotta be careful when giving out that. See that heart on your sleeve, they be aiming for that. Huh? If they crossing the line, then we bridging the gap. If they shoot at you first, then we gotta get back. When your family reunion be covered in black. Memory clear, so we still smoke that pack. And it's all for the pain that we feel inside. Shit never end, I'm prepared for the ride. That pressure is real when them demons arrive. See these bodies with rest in my brain. Smoke a spliff up and numb up the pain. Gotta watch who you trust, cause that loyalty change. One day niggas real, then the next they be lame. Trust in yourself, that's a jump for the game. These women be hoes, these niggas be lame. Oh shit, cause they one and the same. Oh shit, cause they one and the same. See these bodies with rest in my brain. Smoke a spliff up and numb up the pain. Gotta watch who you trust, cause that loyalty change. One day niggas real, then the next they be lame. Trust in yourself, that's a jump for the game. These women be hoes, these niggas be lame. Oh shit, cause they one and the same. Oh shit, cause they one and the same.
Gotta watch who you trust, my nigga, that's on the real, you heard? You know what I mean? I know we taking these risks cause we learn to survive before understanding what's inside. You gotta keep your head high though, you heard? Trust in thyself. Thanks! Rebel. Huh?
Oh, we're back. All right, we're back live from the Hexpo. Sat down with the Your Highness guys. Jerry, how you feeling so far, bud?
The edible's hitting.
Yeah. Fucking a lot of things in my system by this point.
Yeah.
I was getting really cold. I had to go get my jacket.
Wait, do you have an extra jacket?
No, I don't usually keep
Yeah,
them.
we gotta remember it's about to be November.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Facts.
Who joined
Over
us
here with
there
Rich.
backstage there, Jim?
Wildin'.
It's my friend Ali.
Your friend?
Hey, Al.
Ali, hi, Ali. She can't hear us. It's loud, getting loud over here, dude.
Yeah, they're right behind you.
Yeah, it's getting loud over here at the Dab Bar.
It's okay. I think if we bring the
It's that
mics,
time of
if we bring the mics really, really close,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
it better. Just try not to nose breathe in it too much.
Yeah. It's as
Yeah,
the
I
night
was-
goes on, the dab bar always gets more lit, dude.
Did you guys watch any of the Trump on Rogan yet?
Yeah, I watched like an hour of it.
Yeah, I saw about that much myself. I think it was.
I got 5 minutes in. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't.
It's a little hard to watch. I like how I like how Trump just. I like how Rogan calls him out for the weed. He's like, your weed's getting pretty wide right now, man.
Oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no. He's like,
He did a pretty good job reining him in, but like not enough. So far, not enough challenging him on stuff.
I would expect no challenges.
So I had a challenge. I challenged myself that I was like, when he mentions The Apprentice, I'm gonna turn off the interview. So I got 5 minutes in.
Yeah,
We were doing very, very well.
I was actually. They really were actually begging me.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that was like, oh god.
Every single thing he started bragging about something.
Yeah,
Related
every
to it.
single thing he said it was the best, and it's just like a lot of it was like certifiably a lie.
Should mute these two mics, Jim, for Yeah, it's a little cleaner
Okay.
now. And then
Cool. I feel like I'm still quiet, but
I can hear you.
I could hear you pretty clearly.
I think we're good.
okay, maybe it's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it was just so
It is.
ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. For some reason, I was almost hoping like to come out of it liking him more. I don't know, or like I don't know, because I can't make a decision so far in this election.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've decided against voting for Trump. Like, I don't think I can do that mainly because of the January 6th. Like, he wouldn't accept the election results.
Yeah.
Any candidate that won't accept election results, I have a really hard time with. That's super dangerous, I think.
I just can't support him based on the fact that he's such an asshole.
There's that too.
It's just so hard to watch. Like, he's so annoying and just like, I don't know. I feel like it's bad for America if the president is an asshole. Like, it's like cool that he speaks his mind if he was like a celebrity, you
It's
know?
fun, yeah.
That he's a billionaire, and it's like fun if he speaks his mind, but when it's the president, it's like it changes the personality of the country.
Sure
feel
does.
like.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes people start acting like that.
Yeah,
they
shit's gone
think
bad
that
since
they're like, oh, well, this guy became the president. I'm gonna do this, you know.
But and also, like, we got to remember, we're also America, so we lead a lot of things internationally. So people follow. So he's like, okay, I guess I gotta act crazy too.
Exactly.
The most powerful country in the world is.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Look at every other country. People are like, oh, Trump's the worst thing ever. Every other country has their own Trump, but it's like worse. They're just like winning way better. And like, they're like, look at Argentina. Like, that guy came in and just like changed all their finance laws.
Yeah, isn't it? Is it going well there though?
It's like going like, well, they had like crazy inflation, and then it started like doing okay, but I think it's not great. I think they still have really high unemployment, but I also think Argentina in general was just never really doing that well.
No, there was a time they were, especially when.
Well, I mean, post America fucking up every other country, like
well,
post the 70s
yeah,
and
no.
80s.
No, they did well with the free trade.
We were ripshaw.
You know what they fucked up at is when the world went to like the free trade agreements. Instead, internally, a lot of people lost money, but the richer, bigger corporations did because they were just exporting everything, like outside of there. So they made way more money, and then that just made people. That's why the unemployment rate's happening, and that's why you get people that are like, "Oh, we're getting screwed over by the government, et cetera," and then you get fucking leaders like that come in and talk about protecting their rights and shit. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's not great.
No, it's definitely not.
Like,
I mean, that region is fucked in general.
He's just such an idiot. Like, he clearly doesn't know anything.
Trump.
Yeah. Like, and like sometimes he'll say stuff, but it always is just like,
He knows a lot about finances and deals and stuff like that.
does he though? Like,
Yeah.
kind of. He says he does, but he never really digs deep. I've never heard
He's
him
done
dig
it
deep
so
on a
much,
subject,
though, you know?
ever. Like, you know, like I've
Right.
never heard him like explain something,
That's
and it
very
was
true.
actually like, wow, that was like a good explanation of that.
Yeah, he understands that.
Yeah, he understands that. It's usually him saying that he understands it
He's a
lot
very
and
instinctual creature.
saying that he understands it the most, you know, out of everybody, but he never actually explains anything.
Right.
The bestest.
Concept of a plane.
I don't feel like he thinks that he needs to know things deeply. I think he thinks that his instincts are so good he can just make decisions on stuff
Yeah,
in the moment.
definitely.
And
It,
he's
like,
gonna be right.
Most of the time, probably worked out for him.
I mean, he's always had plenty of fucking safety nets, I think, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Also, when you have hundreds of millions of dollars to start with,
Yeah.
it's
And all types of people on the take.
yeah, exactly.
You know, it was
People
funny
are
on
like-
Rogan, he was talking about how he used to just be a political donor.
Yeah,
And that's what I've always said this whole time. Like, everybody talks about drain the swamp and, like, you know, the lobbying and stuff like that. Like he's just literally one of them put in the seat.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just
literally
instead
the
of he has to pay somebody, he's
Yeah,
just
they just
there.
you just get annoyed with the guy. That happens before.
He's the water of the swamp. You know?
Yeah, the water of the swamp.
Like he's the thing that's literally buoying everything up. Like, and then now he's like, okay, fine, we're gonna drain it by me getting out of it, by me taking myself out.
Yeah,
What? Like, doesn't even make any sense.
it's more like he's filling the swamp.
He also had that weird moment where he was talking about how when he was hiring people, like you can't trust businessmen because like they don't have like a certifiable past, and it's way better to use politicians for those cabinet positions.
He said that?
Yeah, in the beginning.
I didn't quite register that. That's a crazy
It was
thing
part
to
of the
say.
weave, yeah.
That's a
Within the
crazy
weave.
thing to say.
Within the weave, he fucking basically admitted that he's like a con man with a bad past. See, that's the thing is Trump basically admits a lot of shit, but he says so much crazy shit that it's like, well, was that him just like fucking around, or was that him just saying what he does?
Yeah.
You know?
We live in fucking idiocracy, dude. When I rewatched that movie recently, and I was just like, yeah,
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough watch. That movie is just real life
that
now.
did become tough.
I've
watch.
never seen it.
You should
I know
watch
what
it.
it
Watch
is.
it.
It's a very good movie.
There's so many movies I should watch.
Idiocracy.
Yo,
is
what's
worth watching.
speaking of movies, dude?
Movie's
Is like,
hilarious.
what is a movie you guys watched like on Halloween that you were like, what the fuck?
I just watched the Terrifier movie. That movie was like, what
Oh, you
the
watched
fuck?
that shit?
I watched the first one, yeah, the
Oh.
$35,000 one.
Okay.
The budget was
I
so
want to
low.
hear about 3.
Dude,
New one,
the first one has, I mean, okay, I watched that and this movie Bone Tomahawk,
Bone Tomahawk was
which was fucking
Bone
awesome.
Tomahawk?
Did you
Yeah,
finish Bone
finish it.
Tomahawk?
Dude, I need to finish
I'm
it.
about to spoil you.
Go ahead.
I'm about to spoil one
Go
of the
ahead.
deaths because it's exactly it's like it was weird because I watched Terrifier and then I think the next movie I watched was Bone Tomahawk, and they both have like a death scene that's like one of the most fucked up death scenes, and they're like super duper similar, but one is like $35,000 super shitty budget. And then another one's like a really sick like Western with like Kurt Russell and shit, you know? But basically, in the Terrifier movie, you know, it's like horror movie style. So it's this chick and she's upside down naked, and then he just saws through her body basically.
Oh my god.
Upside down. It's fucked up. Like vagina
They
first.
just show it?
Well, like kinda, yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't want to see those movies.
but so like, but that was all like, you know, there's a part where they show like, and you can see that it's like a dummy and it's really obviously fake.
Yeah.
But then there's Bone Tomahawk where it's like super realistic. Like he gets kidnapped by these like, it's kind of cool. There's like, it's like, you remember that movie Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
So it's like Hills Have Eyes, but if they were Native Americans, they're like weird inbred mutant Native Americans.
Okay.
And they're next to this like town, and they kidnap this dude's wife, and so they have to go save her. That's like literally the whole plot of the
Well,
movie.
he has like a broken leg, dude. It sucks.
Yeah,
He's tight.
Yeah, and the guy has a broken leg, so he's all
that sounds
fucked up.
uncomfortable.
And then Kurt Russell's like the sheriff and shit, so it's ill. But like the whole movie is just tension, and they have all these crazy shots of where, you know, those like shots where it'll seem like somebody's about to die. You know, and you're like, I feel like somebody's about to die right now.
Yeah.
It's the whole movie is angles like that. It's so filled.
Yo,
with,
you
it's
know what?
crazy.
That's so. You know what? You're so right. Even I watched like the first hour and a half or some shit like that.
Yeah.
An hour. Like, it was so tense the entire time. I
Yeah.
know exactly because I felt like something was gonna happen every second. Like,
Yeah,
it
and
was
it's the
that
way
good.
they shoot it, and they hold these shots and like all this stuff, and basically like nothing happens for like
Yes.
an hour and a half. Like it's them just walking around in the desert
Like
of
even,
California.
They didn't even show the chick getting kidnapped.
No, they didn't even show it. They show that she was kidnapped basically. So then all of a sudden they get to this like little like cavern looking thing, where it's like an entrance to this like other area, and they go through it, and then all of a sudden like out of nowhere like a Native American guy just comes like tuk, 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 and just like runs up, and then they shoot him. And then another guy comes and they like throw a rock and it just hits one of the dude right in the head. He's fucked. And then he falls. They then like out of nowhere this thing just comes and like hits his hand and like blows up his hand. And you're just like, oh, and it's like Jack from Lost.
Have I seen this? Did I watch this with you?
You may have. I don't know. I think unless you weren't there. That was me, Greg, and Aaron and Jerry L.
For the first half, I was there.
Yeah.
It was sick, bro. I need to finish that.
I've never seen it.
And so they get kidnapped, but the scene that's just like Terrifier is they find one of the dudes who was taken like with the chick, and it turns out that these Native American people are cannibals. So they take this guy out and they hold him up, and it's like super realistic. So it just looks like a real guy there. And then they had the movie's called Bone Tomahawk, so they have all these bone tomahawks, and then they just fucking go like right in the crotch area, and they just like show it basically, and you're like and then they take his legs and they go and split him open, and everything falls out. And they show it in a big wide shot. No, it wasn't Kurt Russell or the old guy.
That's so fucked up.
But did the old guy really get fucked?
No, old guy lives.
What?
Yeah, old guy lives.
Yo, my prediction is because in some of those movies, there's always that innocent old-looking guy who's very helpful and everyone loves him. They always end up killing that guy a lot of the time. You know what I mean? I'm actually kind of stoked that they let him live because he was kind of dope. You know?
Yeah, it was fucked. It was really fucked. Like.
No, yeah, like I said though,
I've heard about that scene for years.
I think I might finish it on Halloween, low-key. I think that's the move.
But it was just like Terrifier. It was really weird.
Yeah.
I got no need for that type of shit in my life, man.
For me, it's like
I go through phases.
I watched what did I watch too early? Oh, I watched this fucking horror movie, but it was like, first of all, it was kind of bad. It was one of the bad cheap ones because it was a Dominican one, I think, or something. And it was like about exorcisms and shit.
Yeah.
And bruh, they had the cheap neck twisting. She was convulsing all the time, but she was all murderous still. I was like 6, bro. I should not have been watching that shit. You know what I mean? It was fucking awful.
I mean, you want to talk about watching shit too early? That was my whole life. Was watching shit too early, dude.
It's true.
I was ripping rated R movies when I was like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, mom had just stopped trying to censor at that point.
It's pretty wild how much she didn't care, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we put her through a lot already, I think, just trying to watch shit, trying to see shit that we weren't supposed to.
My first rated R movie in theaters was In Too Deep. You remember that movie?
I remember it being out. I don't know if I ever saw it.
Omar Epps in it, LL Cool J. So Omar Epps plays an undercover cop, and LL Cool J is like the bad drug lord. And there's a scene where they like fucking basically shove a pool stick up this dude's butt and kill him.
Jesus.
And like leave his body in the dumpster all chopped up, and then it's like, I'm like, dude, I'm 5.
Oh, you were 5?
No, dude, I was born in 92. That movie's from 97.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was 5.
Yeah, my first rated R movie was either South Park, because I definitely saw that in theaters, and I was like 98 or something like that, or Blade. I definitely saw Blade in theaters.
It was sick, dude.
I heard they canceled the new Blade.
No, they postponed it, but they're probably
Who's in it?
Marshall Ali's was supposed to be Blade. It's pretty sick.
It's pretty sick.
Postponed it, yeah.
But like,
I feel like it's not coming out.
yeah, it'll probably get. Who knows? It'll. I feel like that movie's. I think it's been in like real production hell. Like I think it's had like a couple different directors and a bunch of different writers.
It's probably just a bad fucking script.
Well, they're probably. We're heading into the post woke phase, so like I think that they probably have to hit some rewrites based on and like make it ill instead of like any.
Yeah,
they're probably getting the notes from the producers.
Blade was,
take out the bullshit.
Blade was trans.
Yeah, take out whatever bullshit there is. Yeah, like Marshall Ali was actually a female.
Have you seen that? Female. Have you seen that video that's been going around with Ben Shapiro? He's doing that like thing where he's doing a debate with people in a circle.
Oh yeah,
and the big fat.
I didn't actually watch it, but I saw it start up on my Reddit.
The dude who's like threatened him.
It's like a fat guy, and he's got like a little beard and everything, but then he's like, I have a vagina, so abortion rights affect me too.
What the hell?
He like.
That's insane.
He does the turnaround chair move, like when he first comes up and sits to him, he turns the chair around, and sits in the chair like that.
Yeah.
And then is acting all smarmy the whole time. Nice. But it's just like...
Did he crush Ben Shapiro?
No.
That was what the Reddit post said. It said trans person comes up and crushes Ben
But
Shapiro.
bro, that title always changes depending on who posts it.
That's true.
Bullshit. Ben Shapiro's just like, what are you
because
talking
it's like
about?
They just agreed with the other guy anyways. So that's always how they pose it. They put some music behind it that's doing well in reels. Yeah. And it sounds like they crushed him.
I don't want to get too right wing, but fucking, I watched that movie, What is a Woman?
Oh, I want to see that.
No, sorry.
Am I racist?
Am I racist?
Oh, really?
No, no. I watched What Is a Woman.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched What Is a Woman. What Am I Racist hasn't come out yet, but What Is a Woman is wild, dude. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I want to see that bad.
It's wild. It's literally all he does the entire time is he just like interviews people who are like in the trans cause, and I honestly don't really care either way personally, but like it is funny him asking them just like the most obvious question, and it like
People contradict
flip shit.
themselves a
Literally
lot.
only ask them what is a woman, and they can't answer it. They just don't. They're
Yeah,
like,
it's
this
kind of
interview's
wild.
over.
Oh, really?
I've seen clips. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's actually it makes no sense.
Because I feel like if you were just like, you know, I feel like a female inside. I know that I'm not, you know, but this is how I feel, you know, then everyone would be okay with it. But I think it's the insistence of insanity. Not like that they are insane, but like that it's just not, it's unreality. It's like this insistence of unreality that I think bothers people, where it's like, this is not the truth. And then people are like, yeah, but it, like, why does it matter? They're like, well, if this can just not be the truth, then there can be other things that aren't the truth, and then they can just lie. People just lie.
Right, like you can't just like pretend reality's not what it is, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where people are coming from the other side.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
I can understand that aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know,
We need some amount of.
let's just get real here.
Yeah.
What was it like trick or treating for you guys?
Trick or treating?
Yeah, dude. I remember.
was awesome.
I didn't go that many times. I think the worst thing I ever got though once was like, this bitch gave me popcorn and it wasn't even good. You know what I mean?
Popcorn.
Yeah, bro.
That sucks.
It was a white lady, dude.
Was it like in a sandwich bag or something? Because like you're not even supposed
Bro,
to
it
give
was
out
like
open shit like that.
it was
Yeah,
in
it's
like
weird.
she was in like the when you buy like kettle corn in like a fucking grocery store.
And it was a bunch of little bags or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That's weird.
I remember my first time egging houses. I was such a little fuck for this.
did you do the shaving cream? Or go ahead.
No, dude. I fucking. Well, for one, my friend brought a fresh box of Oreos, and I was just like, I just knocked it down real quick, and I thought that was funny, and I was kind of a dickhead for that. And then we got eggs, and then we didn't know what to do with like the last 24 of them, so we just started literally at random, with no regard for shit, just throwing them at houses, at
Yeah.
like, different doors. It's
That's what you do.
Dallas, what was the Asian gang that
Gung ho.
What? That's one of my favorite stories in the universe.
Yeah, back in the day, bro, there was an Asian gang.
that would
They used to-
terrorize.
like, and they would sometimes come through Brookline on Halloween and shit.
Yeah, gung ho, dude.
So you had to watch out for them.
Yeah, can't watch. They had Nair.
Yo, bro, they don't.
Yeah, they'd get you with Nair.
I'm not gonna lie though. Yo, they cousins, or you wouldn't fuck with them. There's certain Asian you don't fuck with certain Asian.
No, that was back in when Chinatown was really ripping, dude. Like there was some fucking serious
Hell yeah.
motherfuckers around there.
Yeah, they're still serious. I lived in
Yeah,
Chinatown.
it's
Every
just
now
more
and
like-
then you look into
yeah.
like a building and there's just some dude like smoking a cigarette next to you, and you're like, oh fuck, and they're just like dollying something, just like they're just dollying some huge fucking like 5 boxes, and you're like, what are they like? Is it just a bunch of fentanyl? It's probably a bunch of fentanyl.
Dude, I don't know about that, but I had some soup dumplings there recently that were fire
Oh,
from
yeah.
Dynasty, dude. Ever eat it?
I also lived above a Chinese food place. It was incredible.
Did you guys do the needle in the shaving cream to make the shaving cream spray?
No, I never did any mischief stuff.
Yeah, you take a needle,
taking candy.
you take like a needle and you put it in the shaving cream can, and then you melt it real quick with a lighter, and then it makes a pinhole, and so it shoots the shaving cream out.
That's insane.
Damn, you MacGyver to be a dickhead, dude.
Yeah, we used to load up on. We used to go to fucking CVS, steal a bunch of shaving cream,
Holy shit.
lighters,
That's crazy.
get a pin, and then fucking make the cans for Halloween. Get the eggs ready.
No,
It was awesome, dude.
I never did anything like that. That would be.
I never did CP much. I never was into that. Toilet paper.
Yeah, that's too much work, dude.
No, I'm not gonna walk around with a bunch of toilet paper. It's a lot of.
It is pretty
mass.
funny when you do that to somebody, though.
Yeah, I feel like it happened to a couple of my teachers, and they were fucking pissed.
Yeah.
but we didn't do it. I don't know who would have done it. If we
I don't
did.
remember being. It wasn't popular in Brooklyn. I don't think when I was a kid.
Must have been like Aaron's grade. I bet it was Aaron's grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like an Aaron's grade thing, especially at Pierce, because they were very mischievous.
Where did Aaron go?
I don't know. They're probably walking around, most likely.
Oh yeah.
I would assume checking it out. Hopefully, they're getting free stuff.
Yeah, I know. We need some free shit.
I need weed.
What's up with the free shit?
I'm running low. But yeah, fucking nah. I stopped dressing up in like the 6th grade, maybe. Like I
I
stopped.
think I
dressing
dressed
like,
up in
way
the 6th
too
grade, and that was probably it. Then it was just like black clothes.
Yeah, and then I would just be like, "Give me your candy. Does anyone want some candy?"
I definitely always went and got candy.
yeah, definitely. And then obviously, if there was like a bucket, just tearing down on the
taking
bucket.
it
Sorry,
all, dude.
sorry.
I'm the last one.
In 6th grade, these fuckers who sat in the back of the bus would go around and check your bags for candy around Halloween and take it.
That's crazy.
That sucks.
I I was good, but like, I was just like, oh, this sucks for these guys.
Yeah.
Fucking candy, bro.
Brookline didn't really have a bus. I don't know. I don't remember, like, besides like the Medco bus maybe, but I don't really remember a traveling bus for kids.
No?
It was usually because the schools are usually close enough to walk to.
Oh, sorry, school bus. Yeah, no, it wasn't a school bus town really. People, I don't think like.
I don't really remember that.
Yeah.
Usually parents had either the parents had enough of a situation to like
Just have
take their
fucking
kids.
au pair drive them.
Yeah, exactly. A maid. Some fucking Jamaican or Spanish maid.
Yeah, yeah.
It was crazy, dude. I went to actually on vacation with one of my friends, like to their maid's house in Maine. Like their maid had like married somebody, my friend Alejandro.
Oh wow.
And it was actually sick. Those are the most mosquitoes I've ever seen in my life.
Ugh.
We were on the lake, and the like husband, this like old guy, was just like sitting there. He married this like younger Spanish chick. He was just sitting there. He had 1,000 mosquitoes on him. He was like, "This is great, right?" And I was just like, "This sucks." Like,
How was he? He didn't care.
he didn't give a fuck.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was insane.
That would have blown my mind.
Yeah, I was shocked.
What is that, man?
What the hell?
That looks amazing.
God.
What's up?
Yes. Thank God.
Can we swing that over here? Thank you.
Oh, enough for that,
Dude. Whoa, that's so good. Oh my God.
That's good.
Oh my god.
I'm good.
It's hitting the spot.
Serious.
God damn. Close it up, though. So that, it stays nice.
Close it, yeah.
Stays nice and warm.
What is that?
What the heck? How are you going to eat that?
What is that?
I mean, good luck with that, bro. I got a Tide stick, just to let you know.
Yeah, fact.
What is that, Aaron?
Steak and cheese.
Oh wow. Damn, that looks so good.
It's out of focus. That's absolutely gigantic.
Yeah, that's so
big.
fucking good.
Jesus Christ.
It's way too big.
Is it from the same truck?
I got a ribbon. Bless you.
It's way too much. Jesus Christ.
Man, so who's gonna be on our Halloween episode?
I think it's supposed to be Hakeem. Confused, homie?
Oh shit, for real? He's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. Still gotta get in touch with him, actually. But yeah.
Yo, I was at the fucking Museum of Fine Arts last night. That was dope. It was like MFA late night, and they're
They
open
have,
till
shows and
1.
shit, right?
Yeah, they had like a DJ. Still Gold was performing, and a few other artists. There was DJs.
Just at the MFA, like while you're looking at the art.
Yeah, you could walk around the art, bro. Then they have a fucking.
What is it in that center thing with like the big glass room?
Yeah, they had that, and then you could walk around, and they had a DJ in a different lounge area
You
upstairs.
go around the whole place?
Yeah, bro. It was pretty sick.
It's like night at the museum.
I actually
Yeah.
just was there on Thursday.
It's like once a month, bro.
I took my daughter. Took Delaney, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
It was awesome, man. Yeah, she had to go for like a school project and like find some cool statues.
There's always a project.
And
Projects.
I had a good time.
Fucking hated school projects.
Yeah.
I would always dread them. Do
Yeah.
them actual last minute, like within 30 minutes of class.
I've done that before.
I did that so much.
Especially-
Sometimes I had fun with like the art projects and shit.
Sometimes I do it in class as the due time was like it was like a real countdown. Like
I've done that before class, but during is mad funny.
yeah, because when you're special ed, sometimes you get extra stuff. So I had like this stupid type thing, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I just have to print it out. Give me some extra time." It was mad useful.
Yeah, I used to read the Cliff Notes a lot at lunch, like before English class and shit. Supposed to read a book.
I just would take the L. I'd be like, fuck it, I don't know. I would try to just do it beforehand though.
Well, I would also do that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I was
definitely.
like, I don't have it.
Right.
Yeah, I've done that.
I got used to that.
I got so good at writing papers in 30 minutes though. It was kind of a skill.
Yeah, I did that in college a lot, like on the train.
Man, I can't remember. So what are you dressing up as this Halloween, bro? Is it
Dude, I don't know yet. I really don't. I mean, I think if we did the Menendez family, that'd
Bro,
be
I
pretty
think the
funny.
Steve Wilkos thing would have worked if he dressed up as Jerry Springer. You as Steve.
Oh,
Wilkos.
Steve, I could be Steve. Yeah.
Jerry Springer,
Yeah,
bro.
figure
That shit would
that.
be funny
That's
as fuck,
hilarious.
dude.
That'd
Yeah.
be funny.
And, I mean, and then I think Hakeem would be a good guest to do some fucking fake Jerry Springer episode with. I think that would be funny.
It could work.
Yeah, I mean Jerry Springer's definitely fun. It's a good bit.
Yeah, it is a great
It's
bit.
fun to do.
Dude,
like just being Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
if you think about the history of Jerry Springer, it's just insane. Like, he was on TV fucking forever, bro. And then then people don't know he was a judge.
He like made cable TV or like daytime TV like a thing. It wasn't really a thing before that. Like he like totally changed what it was. Like it used to be totally just like kind of shitty like weak talk shows, and then he came out and every single one of those talk shows changed into Jerry Springer. Right. Like they became Jerry Springer.
Like Maury was all like, we're just trying to help this family to like, hey, this whore has 30 possible baby daddies.
Yeah.
You'd be like, how many?
I found this progeria kid in the trash can.
Yeah.
Yo,
Will you help him?
Bro,
Exactly.
it would just be so messed up, the exploitation, bro. No, but I was just saying the other night, too, some of the funniest Jerry Springer shit is just the obviously fake one when they're like, he's like, I'm actually black, and she's like, what? And then she acts all shocked.
Oh, yeah.
Was it ever real? Like, was there a period
Yes.
where, like, initially it was real, and then they were like, okay, we're out of shit. Let's just start faking it.
There actually is people that did crazy shit.
I wonder if Jerry was pissed, you know? Like,
I mean,
what if
dude,
he's like, we gotta
also,
keep the integrity.
I don't know, dude. Maybe it just was real.
No, you
Like-
can
I don't
find.
think it was.
I forgot who
I
was.
think near the end it was, like, certifiably fake.
Yeah. I mean, those people were like good actors then.
No, like I think it was actually Mike who he had on earlier.
Might have been half real.
Two of his friends. It was either him or it might have been Curly, but two of his friends got sued for doing a fake bit on fucking. It was either Mario or Jerry Springer. They did a completely fake bit, and it was like a
And
whole
the show
beef.
sued them?
Yeah,
Wow.
because
Because they don't want
I
fake
feel
shit.
like Jerry was fake, though.
no, it became eventually that they orchestrated it, but like they do reach outs for like real fucked up situations.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like Maury, sometimes people say is fake, but some of those people are actually like they don't know who the father is and shit.
Yeah, I
You know?
just...
I think they play it up though.
That would be so fucked up to find that out on live TV.
Be
You
so
must
upset.
regret it so hard the second you stepped off the stage. It's how hard.
They trick them on a lot of the time too, you know, like
Well,
they
they
tell
get
you you're
money,
coming out
too.
for something else or some shit.
You do get
Are they
paid.
allowed to do that?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't think you're
I don't
allowed to
fucking
do
know.
that. That's the thing. That's why it feels fake to me, because I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Like, I think, especially if it's live television, like they would at least have to get a release signed after the fact.
Yeah.
So like they would have to be like, hey, I know you just embarrassed yourself on live TV, but like,
It's not live TV. It's
or
live
live to tape television, but like we really need you to sign this release so that we can put this episode out, or else we can't pay you.
Yeah.
It's probably also just like we won't pay you if
Yeah.
you don't do it.
There's literally that.
And then they're like, fuck,
I
I already wasted all this time. I called out of work.
Yeah.
Dude, Jerry Springer was the undefeated king at starting shit. He'd be like, so she said you're a fat whore and slept with your man. What do you think about that?
Right.
And it's like, what?
So true.
You know, he was so, and he'd pick the worst audience member. He'd pick the person that he knows is going to piss the person off the most.
Yeah.
He's like, I got some shit. He's like, all right. I feel like they would hire professionals for that. Like, we need real roasters. Because some of those guys really got him, dude.
I don't know. I feel like maybe not. Like I feel like
Or they just pick the best ones.
yeah, they'd probably just do a bunch, because like I think with those types of shows they film them over like a 3-week period in a year. They film like a year's worth of episodes, or like a 2-month period maybe.
Yeah.
And they just film every day. They'll film like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And so they probably kind of set it up over the year to like have that ebb and flow of like good episode, like kind of like medium episode.
Yeah, that's what
Good
Tim
episode.
Dillon was talking about. For his show, he said like, he has to film. We film so much that you're never going to see. Because some stories weren't just as good. Like we had some lady on that people were saying, yo, she's QAnon and crazy, but all she was like, she just likes the Second Amendment a little bit. And it was going to vote for Trump, and people were like, oh, what? And then he's like, my Hollywood writer's like, yeah, she's crazy, right? And he's like, no. Like, so he would only pick the craziest people. And that turned down to like 45 minutes after hours and hours of filming.
That must be such a pain in the ass to edit. Aaron, how was that steak and cheese sub?
Too much. Couldn't finish it, man.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, you gave up for good, or you just saving
You
for
can have
later?
the other half if you want,
Come on.
bro. Straight up can't finish
That's
it.
crazy to
It's
say.
so much meat, bro.
Why don't you save it though?
Hey, yo.
It's too messy. Too messy.
I mean,
It's really crazy.
don't threaten me with a good time, dude.
I swear to God, bro. It's all you if you want it.
Okay. I think we should end the show so I can eat
This is
this
all
fucking
pause
sub.
right now.
We're at
dude.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
This is all pause
right.
the entire last conversation.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Hey, man.
It's all you. It's all yours.
I'm
if
gonna
you
eat all
want.
this meat.
Operating as
Nah, listen. Relax.
operating as mature individuals right now.
Mature individuals.
Oh yeah. We'll be back for the Halloween episode this week. Thank you for watching. Thank you to the Hexpo for having us.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the sub, Aaron.
Hell yeah, anytime.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me on the pod.
Peace.
Peace out.
Should be dead real.